Thursday night changes everything in Genoa City, but the secret passion unfolding behind closed doors may only be the beginning. Kyle Abbott and Victoria Newman are about to cross a dangerous line, and once they give in to their attraction, pretending it meant nothing becomes almost impossible. But their secret isn't the only storm building. Matt Clark has suddenly vanished, and Phyllis Summers refuses to believe he simply walked away. Her suspicions immediately turn toward Victor Newman, and if she discovers Victor had anything to do with Matt's disappearance, their fragile truce could collapse into an all-out war. What Phyllis doesn't know is that Matt may already be somewhere she would never think to look. He appears to have landed in the same psychiatric facility as Patty Williams, and that could be a dangerous mistake. Matt and Patty are both trapped, both frustrated, and both looking for a way out. If they decide they're stronger together than apart, their unexpected reunion could become the beginning of an escape plan that nobody in Genoa City sees coming. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott are thousands of miles away in Tahiti, finally believing they can relax. Patty is supposed to be safely locked away, Dr. Lawrence Markham has been arrested, and the nightmare appears to be over. But while Jack and Diane enjoy paradise, Patty may already be thinking about freedom. And back in Genoa City, Kyle and Victoria are creating a scandal of their own. At Jabot, their flirty and competitive conversation suddenly turns physical. They begin kissing in the office, and the attraction quickly takes over. Kyle locks the door and closes the blinds as the two start stripping down and finally give in to the chemistry between them. Afterward, reality hits. Sitting together under a blanket on the office sofa, Kyle and Victoria awkwardly try to explain what happened. They blame the celebratory whiskey and the excitement surrounding their project. They agree it was a one-time mistake. There's just one problem. They start kissing again. That second kiss makes it clear this may be more than one impulsive encounter. Victoria knows exactly how explosive the situation could become if anyone finds out, so she insists they can't tell another soul. Kyle agrees. Their secret stays between them. Then Jack texts Kyle from Tahiti to say he and Diane arrived safely. Jack also warns his son to stay out of trouble. For Kyle, that warning comes a little too late. Victoria eventually returns to the Newman ranch, where Nikki Newman becomes curious about what kept her daughter out so late. When their conversation turns to Nick Newman's sponsor situation, Victoria mentions Jack being away with Diane. Nikki immediately wonders how she knew that. Victoria says she ran into Kyle. It's true, but she leaves out everything that happened behind that locked office door. Kyle later crosses paths with Billy Abbott at Society and offers to buy him a drink. Billy wonders whether business or pleasure has Kyle in such a good mood. Kyle hints that it's a little of both. Billy has no idea how close he is to the truth. Billy, however, has another battle on his mind. He's been trying to convince Lily Winters that he deserves to take charge of Chancellor. Lily initially grows frustrated with his business talk, but Billy eventually gets personal. He explains how much the opportunity could change his life and asks Lily whether she really wants to stand in his way. Lily promises to think about it and give him an answer the next morning. Elsewhere, Adam Newman is losing patience with Kane Ashby over the damaging information he wants on Billy. Kane refuses to be rushed and insists everything will happen on his schedule. Then, Phyllis arrives, and Matt's disappearance takes center stage. Matt hasn't shown up for work, and Phyllis doesn't believe he would simply disappear without saying anything. Adam insists that nobody in the Newman family has seen Matt for days. Phyllis isn't buying it. She believes Victor is involved. Kane adds to her suspicions by admitting that Matt seemed eager to stay because of Phyllis the last time they spoke. Adam questions why Phyllis is defending Matt after everything he's done, but she refuses to back down. She warns that when she discovers who is responsible for Matt's disappearance, things are going to get ugly. And soon she takes that anger directly to Victor. Phyllis demands to know what happened to Matt, but Victor refuses to give her a concrete answer. The more Victor avoids the question, the more suspicious Phyllis becomes. Their recent truce is suddenly on the verge of collapse. If Victor is responsible for Matt disappearing, Phyllis makes it clear that their peace is over. But while she's fighting Victor for answers, Matt appears to be dealing with a very different problem. He's apparently confined in the same psychiatric facility as Patty, and once Matt and Patty reconnect, they immediately have something in common. Neither of them wants to stay there. that shared frustration could quickly turn into an alliance. If Patty begins considering an escape, Matt could become exactly the partner she needs. Alone, either one might struggle to get out. Together, they could become much harder to contain. And while that possibility develops, Jack and Diane are enjoying their romantic getaway in Tahiti. After everything they've endured, they finally have time to appreciate being together again. With Markham arrested and Patty supposedly secured in a maximum security psychiatric facility ahead of her trial, they have every reason to believe the danger is behind them. Jack may even reassure Diane that Patty can never hurt them again, but he could be seriously underestimating her, because Patty may not intend to stay locked up. And now Matt Clark could be right beside her. Kyle and Victoria are hiding a secret that could explode if the wrong person discovers it. Phyllis is preparing for war with Victor. Lily is deciding Billy's future at Chancellor. And Jack and Diane are enjoying paradise, while believing their biggest threat has been contained. But behind the locked doors of that psychiatric facility, something potentially far more dangerous is taking shape. If Matt and Patty decide to escape together, Genoa City could soon discover that putting them in the same place didn't end the danger. It may have brought two dangerous forces together,